Hey there folks, this is Jim McQuade, your Central Florida real estate guru. Today we're going to be talking about the Central Florida housing market update for the month of November. Stay tuned. Hey folks, thanks for stopping in. This is Jim McQuade, real estate broker with Magnus Realty Group out of Central Florida and FloridaPropertyGuy.com. Today we're going to be talking about the Central Florida housing market update for the month of November, and also a few tips and tricks and trends that I've been seeing in the market lately. So I'm going to hold the infographic up on the screen for a bit longer, but I'm going to tell you right now, the first row, all four of them, complete waste of time for the most part. You're more than welcome to email me and dispute that fact, but the majority of that is just pure luck on when properties are getting listed and sold and everything. There's no real trend in those numbers that really tells us where the market's going to be going. Now, if you've been watching my other videos, I've been pointing out that now, if you go through the month of October, we've had now 5 months straight of kind of flatlining numbers to a point. It's not quite that way. There's a little bit behind that. So some of the key numbers on the bottom row are very important. Average days on the market, ADOM is what that is. And it's showing that it went up in the month of October from 19 to 20. Well, in August, that went up again. I believe it was 17 or 18 if I'm not incorrect. I apologize if I am. And then average sales price. Now, average days on the market, that's showing now. I'm running into homes all the time now where there's some that'll still go within the first 3 or 4 days, multiple offers and everything, not a problem, understood. However, there are a lot now that may sit on the market for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, which wasn't happening all of the last year for the most part. And then average sales price. Now the trick here is that it's kind of flatlined to a point, but it's according to whether you want to go by percentage or the actual dollar amount that it's gone up. So it went down for a few months, and then it went up again, I believe, in September by 1%. Well, the trick here is October, it went up by 1%, but if you look at that number, that 1% is $4,000 on average for all of Central Florida. $4,000 is a decent amount of money, and if it were to be 2 years ago, $4,000 would have probably been closer to 5% or even 10%, potentially. Probably more like 5 or so, but either way, that number is actually pretty high considering the fact that October is not exactly busy season in real estate. Simply isn't. Now we're in November, things are going to naturally slow down. So the big question for everybody is the market slowing down due to some sort of overall trend that we're seeing or something bigger? People blame Zillow with the mess going on with them and stuff like that. Or is it just slowing down because of the fact that it always slows down this time of year? People don't always want to go and buy or sell a home when the holidays are right around the corner and move in the middle of that. Very understandable. So a couple of big trends I want to point out to you is homes now, and even in some of the sought after areas, are not going for above appraised value as much as they were before. They still are, and there's still multiple offers on properties, so it's pretty aggressive out there, but definitely not the way it was before. Properties that would have gone $30,000 above appraised value are going for more like 5 or maybe just full asking price. Quite a big difference. And also appraisals are all over the place. Okay, but I don't want to go into too much detail, a little too complex. Feel free to message me at 407-906-6508. That's my cell phone, or send me an email and we can talk about that if you like. It's always great to go and have some great conversation for me about real estate. Kind of crazy, I know. But one big trend I've noticed is the rental market. Rental market has gone up a lot. In some communities that were renting out for $1,600 or $1,700 a month, all of a sudden they're renting out for $2,200 or $2,250 a month. Now, I believe there's a few causes for this. There's some landlords that are simply just trying to get more out of their property because of the fact that last year they had a lot of months where they weren't paid rent due to COVID or who knows what, or just people being unemployed, unfortunately. Also, I believe landlords are taking advantage of the fact that the housing market, the prices have gone up. So for locals, even though our housing market is much more affordable than most of the country, the housing market here is kind of high. So it's making it so a lot of people can't go out and buy their own home. So they're stuck with renting, and landlords, unfortunately, are taking advantage of that. Then I believe the third variable there is that there are more investors that are actually purchasing properties with loans, which means they have payments and overhead, where before they owned these homes in cash and there was not nearly as much overhead, which is also causing the rental rates to go up. Unfortunately, the rates that I'm seeing these go up are staggering, not 5%, 10%. I've seen some 43, 45% increase from last year alone, which is pretty high, unfortunately. So if you're stuck with renting, it's very unfortunate times right now. I'm sorry about that. So that's pretty much everything going on, I can tell. Now, we're coming up on some pretty big dates and everything for November and December. Everyone is guessing as far as what will happen next year. January through May, I believe most likely that the market's going to go right back up again and prices are going to go up pretty fast. The big question for me is what's going to happen in June and on. Is it going to flatline? Is it going to go down? I'm not completely certain. So we will find out soon. Again, this is Jim McQuade, real estate broker at Magnus Realty Group out of Central Florida. My email and cell phone number will be in the comments. Also with FloridaPropertyGuy.com. You guys have a fantastic and blessed day. Thanks for watching.